New plan. Galaxy S7. I have this phone. Long story why I have it. It's not really, I'm using it as a phone, so I use my iPhone. But we're going to try using it as a camera / editing device for these videos. So it's all dedicated. I'm trying not to use, my iPhone 6 Plus has been acting really weird lately. And half the time I go to take a picture or a video and it just sits there forever. Anyway, we'll see. I can't remember how good this camera is on this phone, but we'll get her done. So today is super, I'm running out of time very fast because we were going to do a bunch of product shots yesterday, which we did not get to because it was the wrong, we had a better idea for the environment for sets and stuff, for locations. So we're squeezing that in Monday, but that was my prep day for shooting, well, pre-light Tuesday, shooting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I need to do the cart prep for the new monitor cart. I need to get that jib ready. I gotta figure out what jib I'm gonna use. And I got a bunch of cutting to do. So what am I doing talking to you guys? I should get my breakfast. Go do that. I gotta take this with me. First task of the day is to back up what we shot yesterday onto whatever drive it's supposed to go on. And then I need to pull some before and after shots for the client on an edit. And then I'm going to jump out and pull the monitor card off the van, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I run to my first snag for today. I don't have enough space on the 6 terabyte drive, the master drive. I went to go dump yesterday's footage, and apparently I'm a few hundred gigs out of space. Anyway, which means I need to start, because I have 6 terabyte mirrored for the backup of the main drive, and then I have a couple things on, I call them shuttlecraft drives, so that you can edit remote or whatever. So I think what I'm going to have to do is put most of the stuff on the 6 terabyte drives, and then put maybe the testimonials that are kind of their own thing on the 4 terabyte drives, and just have those mirrored. So I have a testimonials 4 gigs each mirrored, 6 terabytes, 4 terabytes, 6 terabytes of the everything else mirrored. It's a lot of footage when you're doing 3 cameras at 4K. This is going to be some media management. I haven't gotten to pull those shots yet because I got to figure out how to access everything at once because, oh man, I have some of the stuff backed up, which means I have yesterday on this card, but I want to copy it to the main drive, which is going to be a different drive now. Then I got to take the backup drive, got to back up what I shot the other day back onto the backup drive, so the 2 backups and everything. I mean, and now I'm also trying to find crew for next week. Snag number 2, as I'm trying to search through this footage and find the clips that they need to look at for the client today, I forgot and realized that for some reason when I cut on my MacBook Pro, when I move everything back over here, it can't find the LUTs. So that's missing a LUT. The first time this happened to me, the footage wouldn't play, it's just black, and it's looking in the wrong spot, and I haven't yet to find any kind of like reconnect LUT function. So I have to go through every single clip that I used, delete the telemetry, reapply it later, but it's kind of screwing up the playback or everything else because I'm not using a LUT on these raw clips I'm trying to find, but thanks a lot, Premiere. And now it's raining on me, so in an effort to try and keep things somewhat organized, trying to copy off one interview at a time in the correct places so it doesn't take all day, I have 10 minutes to copy some after shots that I'm waiting on. At the same time, I'm going to move the trailer forward so I can pull the monitor card off and at least have that in there with in the garage to look at so I can put it on the back burner of my brain to see how we're going to mount those monitors. So just be able to pull this sucker forward and pull the card off because I can't do it with the fence right here. Kind of nice, everything fits right now. Well, besides the lunchbox and that monitor, but everything, monitor, cart, slider. When Jared's let me use it. The ramp. I wish there was a better spot for the ramp. Okay, here's the plan. Gosh, my garage gets so messy so fast. Baby risers. And the idea would be to mount them on said monitor cart so you can have the monitors off the deck. So you could put them wherever you need to if you're standing or sitting, and position them on the edges so you can then actually see, instead of having these two monitors that are kind of stuck in a wedge. But so what is that, 22 inches or so? That's all I have to work with as far as the main whatever it's called, stage goes, which, you know, or somewhere like that if I was going to be using the top of the cart, or if I'm dropping it down, I could just kind of go to the second riser. Maybe I'll pop this sucker off, have this live on the inside, and have the second riser just live up through the top there if I'm going to drill through. The problem is trying to drill through is this a whole bunch of structural stuff right there to hold the thing together, and I'm already maxed out the weight with the generator and stuff. I gotta put real wheels on it. So anyway, it's something to think about. I might get away with next week just kind of like jerry rigging it somehow, but how to do that is the question. I don't think I have any hole saws right now. I think all my hole saws are bad. Oh, okay, because this top deck is only screwed on those little screws, so I'd be kind of in trouble if I took that out and drilled through it. I could go just on the outside, maybe drill through this, and then secure that with another set of, going all the way through. Because this is almost, because we lift it sometimes from the top deck, and that's a bad idea, I'm sure. But if I went through that, that would put, let's see here, the riser right up through the middle, right up through here. Maybe I'll try it. If I can take this first collar off and then drop the second riser down through, at least I'll make it semi-permanent, because I can put this, if I can access the T-nut, T-handle, whatever, from the inside down here. I'm chopping off a few inches of space on the cart, but anyway. Okay, let's see if our coffee's done. And we'll come back to that maybe. Well, that was dumb. I just shot a whole bit hyperlapse by accident. Okay, so I got the risers apart on the Kupo stand. The way that works is just goes in here on the collar. You loosen that. Where am I? That set screw was super tight. But you loosen your set screw, and that takes the pressure off this little guy that sits in here. Keeps this from turning or moving. So this our collar's off. Pull the risers apart, and now I should be able to drop this guy and drill it this big and get as close as I can to the edge of the cart here, which means I'll be able to drop this down, have this be underneath, and let's see, yeah, this will be on the bottom. So now let's just mark it and see how close we can get to the edge here. I think I might have a paddle bit that big, so we'll look and see. Oh boy. Ooh. That was actually pretty thin. This one, and then see if I can't thread it up. Aha! Okay, there's somewhat success. and you can loosen this knuckle right there. Goes through, and you can loosen this knuckle right here, and I'll drop it down. So now I was thinking about putting like a flange down here just to rest in, but I think I'm gonna have to take the top off to get anything deeper underneath that, so I might just block it. I might just put a block of wood right here, something right there, and just kind of like tie it to it or something with a couple of pipe clamps or something. Anyway, that might do for now. That'll be nice though to have the monitor up here instead of all the way down on the floor up here. Okay. Yeah, see, something like that. Monitor. It might be. I'll have to see if it's still a little bit small. Well, I might have to V it in a little bit, but this foot is already further out and over the cart where it couldn't fit before. So that's already, whoops, much better than it was. Just gonna make it more secure. And that's just up a little bit. So, cool beans. There's no weight on it. I was just checking to see how wiggly it was without any of the generator on it and battery. And just like that, it's nighttime. So, just checking the doors in the van, make sure it's locked up tight. We've had actually a string of like robberies in the neighborhood with cars. So, and there's some security footage of a guy walking around looking in people's cars. So I've installed a couple security cameras a couple weeks ago, and then last night I just ghetto taped some signs over the windows in the van just to kind of keep creepers from peeking around. I mean, I usually keep it empty when it's on the street, but it's nobody else's business what's inside my van. Dropping the foot so we don't waste the shocks. Okay, so I only got as far as the one post, one riser on the cart today. Can't do any more tonight, it'd be too loud. And got some of the cutting done, not much. Now I gotta pull one of the jib pieces out of the shed and put it in the garage so I can look at it tomorrow. So there's the Johnny jib, which is got enough height and beefiness. It just was not moving smooth last time, so I'll have to pull it out and see what there is, because the other option is the pocket jib from Kessler, which worked almost last time. It just was barely too short for what I wanted to do. So I really should have been gone to bed by now, but I wanted to try and just get a look-see. Here's the jib on the sticks. I'm kind of doing a little combination here. I've got the Johnny jib on the Kessler K-Pod, which is a really fat set of sticks. I put casters on the bottom, so it wheels around really good. I've got another set of sticks. I think that the Johnny jib actually lives on in the truck. I'll pull them out tomorrow, and we'll see. I'm feeling like that's not going to be long enough. I don't feel like that's going to be enough height for what we're doing. We did it again with a pocket jib last time, and I feel like we just barely had the height, so I might have to dig out the 30 footer, not rig it for 30 feet, but go a little bit taller than this guy. We'll see. But yet again, I'm still running out of time really fast, and the other jib is back there somewhere. Because once you get the Ronin on here, you know, what is that? 6, 7 feet, something like that. But then you drop the Ronin down another 1.5 feet, so that's only going to be, you know, here. I don't know if we're getting enough height to show off the new hubs and stuff. So anyway, we'll have to look at it tomorrow. All right, I'm going to bed. Good night.